Bigger bean coffees as usual. Yeah, this information goes to the farmers, different personnel in the coffee industry in Uganda, and the other personnel that are willing to enter into the coffee industry in Uganda. Yeah, in the past 10 years, we had 2 organizations. I just want to tell you this because verification of coffee in Uganda and right at large, it is changing there and there. So 5 years before, we had 2 organizations, which is the Specialty Coffee Association, which is the SCA, and the Coffee Quality Inspection, which is the QCI. These 2 have been working on the QCI has been going further to produce people who are going to be verifying coffee on other different levels. Then the Specialty Coffee Association has been assessing baristas, production of roasters. It has been giving out different personnel on different levels. This is so. Cappers and Q graders have been doing almost the same work, but the difference between the tube graders and cappers, it is that cappers have been doing only at the capping level, but the tube graders have been going further and deeper into coffee, which we call the chemistry and anatomy of coffee. So the 2 organizations this year sat, and Specialty Coffee Association decided to make a new certificate, which is the CVA, which is the Coffee Value Assessment, and this is going to be concentrating. It is going to be concentrating on 4 assessment levels, which are going to be the express assessment. Here they are going to be looking at where the coffee was planted, who owns the coffee, does it have the documents like the identification of the coffee. Then number 2, it is going to be looking at the physical assessment, in the appearance of the beans, how were they handled. Another assessment, it is going to be the affective assessment. This is going to be looking on how do I feel when I take the coffee, when is it effective to my body, and how is it effective when I make something else from the coffee, let it be cake, let it be not only drinking it. Then the other part, we are going to be looking at the descriptive assessment. This is going to be looking about the aroma, the body, the taste, and many other things. The smell, the flavors, most especially the flavors. What does this coffee have? So what does this bring to our farmers? So we need to be educated. We need to be educated to avoid ourselves from doing things of discrediting our coffee. For example, harvesting premature coffee. Yeah, but apart from that, I wanted to talk about farmers who harvest coffees that are not ready, the premature coffees. Yeah, as I told you in my last video, coffee is supported by the sweetness in coffee is supported by the bacteria, and these bacteria work with time, work in coffee with time. So if you happen to harvest your coffee when it's not yet ready, that means the bacteria did not add the sugars, did not add the flavors, did not add the acids. So when you harvest the raw coffee, it is of low quality. In this case, the bacteria, when they are acting on the coffee, they feel the presence of temperature, the sunlight. So the raw coffee are still tightened together, that they cannot allow the flow of the bacteria to reach the mucilage. The mucilage, last time I told you, it is where the bacteria act upon the coffee. So your coffees will not have sugars. So when every time you harvest premature coffee and take them to the roasters or cappers to assess the value or the abilities of your coffees, definitely it will give them hard time. So that will request you farmers, don't give those guys hard time, because when you give them hard time, they will definitely be tired. Most of them, they go ahead to hand pick out different coffees to assess them, to, you know, but in most cases it is a lot of work. You will find them exhausted, and in most of cases they will give up on your coffee, and you find out that your coffee cannot give you the amount of money you wanted or you expected in it, vis-a-vis creating a bad image to the country when it is mistakenly exported to other countries. So in this case, the CVA is going to be going further and deeper to assess your coffee in different aspects. As I told you, the exclusive assessment, the physical assessment, affective assessment, and descriptive assessment. They are going to be going further to tell your coffee if it is of value or it varies with the qualityness of the coffee that is supposed to be put on market. Yeah, to the baristas, this is for you. Make sure that you perfect what you are doing when it comes to brewing. Brewing has many factors that influence it. So brewing temperature, brewing ratio, different things, you have to consider them before you make a cup of coffee. Ensure that you have all steps that are required for you to brew the best cup of coffee. Here we mean the temperature, the ratio, the hygiene, the equipment, verification. So everything, all that, you have to consider it before you go to brewing, most especially these pour overs, which are the V60s, Chemex, and you know, most of them you are going to be examined. In most cases, when you are going to do interviews, you are going to be cross-checked deeper. Yeah. Next time we are going to talk about processing, coffee processing. Then from coffee processing, we are going to go to coffee roaster. Yeah, we are going to be doing research more about coffee roaster, and we are going to be having different people giving us their ideas and knowledge. I will be bringing up some baristas to tell us their experiences, what has coffee done for them, how do they feel when they take coffee, what inspired them to come into this job. For me, for example, what inspired me to come into the barista job, it is the latte art. Yeah, I loved so much latte art, so I got inspired by latte art, and I love taking coffee. Yeah, since young I used to take coffee. Even at school I used to take coffee. So to the baristas outside there, if you want to be educated on how and to meet different people in this area, industry area, most especially in Uganda, you can get my number from bio, or you send me a message via TikTok inbox, which is Bigger Ben Coffees. You are going to send me an inbox inside there. Then I will be sending you numbers of different people. Then the roasters, those ones who want to join the roaster industry, those ones who want to know more about roaster, you can also send me a message via TikTok, or you can send on YouTube a link on my number on WhatsApp. You can send the message there. I can connect you to the experts, to the roasters. Yeah, I can connect you to them. Then the farmers, I have a lot of farmers. I have a lot of friends in farm industry. You can exchange knowledge on how to effectively produce quality and good coffee that is going to be highly examined when it comes to CVA. Big up them coffees as usual. Jobless, no man cast. Assure.